What's going on, everybody? So it is Saturday. To be honest with you, man, my foot it's kind of hurting today. My left foot, man, diabetic nerve pains. Try to relax it with one of those massage things that you put water into. There's a bump on my foot, but it is what it is, man, because I really like going for my walks, and I try not to let nothing stop me from doing that. Later yesterday should have been a vlog. I did vlog yesterday, but it was around this time I should have vlogged for the night, because I had a fucked up day yesterday. Real talk. I had a very messed up day. It started good for a while until I got to this gas station. And it's the Cells gas station. Next to Shoney's. Right? Now, what I'm gonna say, man, look, I may get some people unsubscribe to me because of this, get some hate comments, banned to getting this video shut down, channels shut down, but I'm gonna try to explain something to you guys, man, so you can understand between the differences and the history of what went on yesterday. I'm gonna be honest, man, there's good gays and there's bad gays, homosexuals, Now, I feel like this should be a topic for today as I'm making my walks, because I think the parents who are watching this, and a lot of you younger kids who may stumble onto this video or my channel, I'm talking to you middle school, late elementary school, and high school students. You guys are still young, and you may think you might be gay, but you may not be gay. Like I said, I think I'm gonna explain some things to you guys. I feel though as if it hasn't been addressed properly. And parents, you need to listen to this too with your children, because there's things that need to be explained. It's like my adopted sister, she's lost, she's experimenting. She thinks she's gay, but honestly to God, I really don't believe she is. But, she used to play ball, and she is in the military and in college. And studies have shown girls that played basketball, high school basketball, through college basketball, and those that join the military, a good majority are gay. So, when you have the nicer ones out there that will greet you, that are nice, that are willing to help you out if you need it, they keep themselves well cleaned, well cut, well mannered, and don't go out there advertising it, selling it, like you see on TV with a lot of these rappers nowadays, a lot of the gay rappers nowadays, right? The good, clean ones, them the ones that are okay, them the ones that are good people, because they've been known to do some honorable things. They're the ones even the ones where you can't even tell they're gay. Them are the good ones, man. And I know people like that. Now, you have the good, you have the bad ones, right? The word faggot, I'm gonna describe to you where the word faggot came from. The word faggot came from the 60s and in the 70s, where, if you guys seen the movie Milk, that was based off those errors. It was based around those errors because they thought it was a disease. Real talk. it was known as a disease, and they used to call it faggot, because a lot of those that came out weren't well kept, were not well mannered, dirty, not clean, not well cut, rude, those who were upon drugs, and just seen advertising it in public before sagging got involved with the prison. So that's where the term, that's where the term faggot came from. And a lot of the rappers nowadays, you take the Young Thugs, you take the Trippy Reds, the little Uzis, the little Yachties, the 69s, the Little Waynes. They're selling it. They're advertising it. Let's go to the Little Wayne one first. Behind closed doors. Behind closed doors, Baby and Wayne, they've been known to do some things. You don't kiss. No, Birdman was a grown man. Real talk, Birdman was a grown man. By the time that, he was an older guy. By the time the MTV episode came on, Wayne was 17 years old. Before that, you had that Rap City, the Basement episode that came on. Wayne was around 17 years old. If you go back and look at that clip, they locked lips together. So what makes you so? Because of that, in the later years of Wayne's career, how he was advertising, the way he dressed, suspect around Baby a lot, especially during a wedding. I'm gonna remind you, there was a certain time and a place in one's career in music. If you were gay, regardless man or woman, you couldn't come out because it would ruin your career. It would ruin your career. Because now this is coming out now, their careers are ruined. Behind closed doors, Baby was molesting, I'm gonna call it what it is, molesting a young Lil Wayne behind closed doors. They're using the cover-up story as father and son. The truth, matter of fact, is they actually love us. Now, you go on a bit further now, you have disgusting faggots like Young Thug. Don't get it twisted. Young Thug doesn't want to act, don't want to come out being that way. He said he got fiance, well he don't, but now he's single. The truth is, he out there booty fucking other men. He's selling himself. Yeah, I know a lot of people like, well, he's not dirty, he's well cut, he's well kept. Look, that don't matter. You want an image that you're gonna want to keep. But the truth is, he is dirty regardless he has money or not. You've seen the short relationship, or even now, relationship what he has with Baby. Advertising himself as, hey, come and take this ass. Yet again, you have the little Uzis out there. Uzi's gay. Uzi's one of the dirty ones as well. Just like you got the 69s. And where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Real talk. Where there is smoke, there's fire. Okay? Now, I'm not going to get into the child molestation charges. I'm not going to get into that. But I am going to co-sign what Bad Baby did say on that live stream with academics, and the live stream she had was 69. You do have underage girls out here pretending and advertising themselves as 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, to where you can't even tell the difference anymore on what age they are. I remember this one chick, right? She had a growth spore. She had a growth spore problem. I swear to God. I wish my friend Chuck was here because he can co-sign for this. It was one of his friends. This girl, she was 16 years old. But you couldn't tell because of her growth spore, because she kept growing too much. She literally looked like 25. I kid you not. So you have that. You have young age women that want to be grown, that want to fuck around with older men, because younger women like older men, and want to get fucked like they're grown until they see this might be an opportunity for them to get money. So you got some dirty ones out there. You do. But you know, yet again, you know, there's a fine line between gay and a faggot. The faggots are not the well-kept ones. They're the ones that are gonna fuck up some of your shit. And just like with dykes, I'm gonna be honest with you, man, I'm not a fan of dykes. I hate them. And the thing is with this, they're dirty, so they're considered faggots. And my thing is this: if you want to be, if you're a woman, change yourself into a dyke. That's what they call it. And you want to be a man, dress like a man, sag like a man, talk like a man, fight like a man, be one of the men, then you got to be able to handle men shit. I've seen situations, I've been in situations where you get into stuff with people like that and they can't handle it. They can't handle it. And they're the real fake ones that give bad names to gays. They're the ones that give bad names to gays. Real talk. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys who are watching this may have seen, may have been, may have known somebody that's in a situation like that. You know, my adopted sister, honestly, she's gay. She cuts her hair like a dyke, but she ain't giving it a bad name. But the thing is this, I think she is lost. You know, I talked to her about this and always giving advice, because you might be experimenting right now. You looking more and more like a boy, but you're gonna have to be careful with your image out there like this. With your image out there, especially as a ball player and also somebody that's in the military services. You have to be careful, because you're gonna run into the wrong ones. They're gonna want to steer you in the direction of being the dirty type. Once that happens, ain't no coming back from that image. Yeah, you could try to clear your name, this and that, but honey, you could still be saved too. And which brings me to the story of now. Yesterday I went to Sells gas station, right? I ordered a salad. It didn't even came as a salad. This shit was heavily cheated because it came up short. It came up short, right? It tasted so damn bad. Expired, old. The salad looked the salad was spoiled. This guy who made it, red hair, he was black. He was the dirty type, so he was a faggot. Mishandled my food, but charged me ahead of time anyways and just gave it to me. But remind you, he charged me ahead of time. It was already paid for, even though I didn't pay for it. Mom paid for it. She's like, let's go to this gas station since it's closer. I'm like, I didn't want to go to that one. I just don't like that one. Some told me not to go to it. I didn't want to go to it. There's one that serves better salads, gives you more. Keeps it clean and fresh. This one doesn't. This faggot was dirty. He was not the dirt. He was the dirty type. He was not the clean type. And when I took one bite out of that, it tasted like plastic. It tasted like some other stuff I'm not really going to mention. So you had this dirty faggot nigga mishandling everyone's food. And there were complaints that it did not taste right. Over at Sal's gas station. Fuck nigga. The dirty type. I see him again. He's gonna catch that fade. He was the dirty kind. He was the dirty type of faggot. Call it for what it is, because that's the honest to God truth. Mishandling food. I was pissed off today because I went without eating for 2 days. It's now almost the third day. I still ain't got nothing in my system. Only thing I've been really living off of right now, water, popcorn, about it. I'm hungry. Right now there ain't that much money coming in for me because there ain't that much work coming in right now either. And I gotta wait 2 weeks. I gotta wait 1 week when there is some pay coming in on the 25th, so we can get some food, and then another week on top of that till the 7th when my food stamps come in. And right now I am hungry, yes. I don't know how I'm able to walk. I don't know how I'm able to run. Yesterday, lightheaded. Today I'm still shaky, but not lightheaded because I had to rest. But the thing is, you dirty faggots out there, and I'm talking to the ones, you know who you are. The wannabes, the dykes, the not well kept ones, the not well clean ones. The ones that start shit, the ones that are trouble, the ones that are really out there advertising it. You all mishandled. Don't let any, and the guys who are watching this, people who are watching this, the ones I just described, the dirty ones, don't let them handle your shit. Don't. If you do, say, you know what, cancel that order or give me somebody else. They may think it's a hate crime, but fuck it. It ain't a hate crime if you don't say it, but you see how their actions are. All you gotta say is, look, I don't like the way he's handling it. He's handling it in a manner that is dirty. Cancel that order, give me somebody else. Them are the faggots I don't like. Them are the ones that are really out here giving bad name. Them the ones who are really out there doing the Mardi Gras gay rights movement and how they advertise themselves in that. Because they feel like they get mistreated. Well, guess what? It's just like the coon community. You know, the more you advertise it, but yet you go around and do the hypocritical move at the end, and then you wonder why the shit happens. You know, there's a right way of going about it, and there's a wrong way too. But like I said, going into you younger people who are watching this is Colombia. This is one of the Middle Tennessee. This is one of the gayest South's top 5 communities in the U.S. that have the biggest homosexual growth ever. It is outdoing New Orleans, Louisiana area. And I know, and plus, let's keep it real, especially Atlanta. You know, I know some folks from Atlanta. They talk the same way. They even said, yeah, Atlanta's another big popular gay community that's given bad names in the way I just described. You know, you hear about them songs about, you know, some but people may joke about it, especially the women, like, there ain't no straight men, they're all gay down in Atlanta. Yeah, there's real talk. That's very, very real. The same thing with the Louisiana area, just like here in Colombia. I remember when the gay rights movement was passed all Columbia came out. There's more faggot ass guys here. Keep it real. I'm keeping it real. There's more faggot ass guys here. The dirty type that I just described, that came out more than the lesbian women. And a lot of you women out here who are the bad type of gays, right? The dykes, the really bad bisexuals. You guys make me sick. And I say that because a lot of you give bad name to the women out here that are the good kind of gays or the good kind of straights or those that are single mothers, because you guys are sharing a child and a triangle relationship. Get pregnant by a guy, but the guy's gonna fuck one of his homeboys. You get pregnant by him, but you fucking around with a woman and making think she's the parent. You guys make me sick. Real talk. I remember this one chick that I used to date. She was bisexual. She was my best friend's cousin. This woman made me sick on certain things. Then I had this other one who was bisexual, and she the same way. She a breeder, the worst kind. You know, a breeder is a woman, except in this case, it has something to do with a triangle bisexual relationship. She's a breeder because now she has 2 kids, actually 3 kids by 2 different men. Not want nothing to do with any of them because she's cheating on them behind their backs with 2 other women. So it's a square 4-corner relationship in that. Yeah. And those who don't know what a breeder is, a lot of you younger people and parents, you know what I'm talking about. Especially the older folk. You know, a breeder is a woman, a dirty woman, straight or gay, that goes around from outside to inside of state, has kids with different men that end up with 12 to 10 kids. Them kind. I'm talking about the ones that use men's sperm just to have kids, sleep with them, use their sperm, have a kid, go on to the next man, do the same thing. I know a breeder that is straight. She go around doing the same thing, but I don't drop names like that because I ain't finna put their names out there. And then there's one that is a breeder, is now pregnant again. This time, she had to leave Columbia and Spring Hill and Nashville and have to live somewhere else in Tennessee. She got caught up in her mess. Because of that, she ended up getting an STD. Real talk. So, I'm not saying this to shame people, man. I'm saying this because a lot of you, especially this younger generation, you guys, in my opinion, are lost. Are very lost. Disgusting as well. Because you don't know no better. You don't know the difference. You don't know what you are until you really get out there in life. You guys are still in school at home with your parents. And I blame my generation because we failed y'all. The 90s, late 80s generation, I blame my generation because we did fail a lot of these younger people. No, we did fail them. And that's why you guys the way you are now. And my generation made it worse. Especially those, honestly, the God, I'm gonna call them the late 90s, because I'm like late 80s child, all the way 90s and early 2000s. You gotta remember, I'm 27. I got several more years till I'm 30. And some of you late 90s people who I did go to school with and grew up with, you guys know what you did. Really, you guys are the main reasons why there's been a lot of car accidents. And I'm gonna call it out. You guys are gonna go to a friend's house who has a basement, make it look like a club. Guys are not even at drinking age, still advertising, thinking it's cool. Bro, I lost half of my family to that. It's actually poison. There ain't nothing to brag about. Leave you me. It ain't nothing cute about it. Taking the pictures up on the gram, you having the chingy eyes with the weed, you're turning yourself into a pothead, you're thinking you look cute, really you look like shit. Real talk. It ain't nothing cute about it. And because of that, you were expected to be the leaders for this younger generation. And now they seeing the shit you doing, what I did, but mainly what you doing. Doing the same thing, but now 10 times worse. So we failed a lot of them. We did. We really did. And now you're wondering why everyone, why now you wonder why the guy's with the guy but having a kid with the woman, or why a woman is with the guy having a kid with the guy but with the woman, or why now being a transvestite is a thing. That's been around, but it hasn't been as bad as this. To where you have a guy that's gay that's with a guy that dresses up like a woman. And from a far distance you swear that they're a woman. Or even to the point where a lot of you boys look like dykes or studs. You know, let's keep it real. Stud is another word for dyke. For male. For male, a dyke male is known as a stud. Where you got, I swear, I couldn't even tell. I was somewhere, I don't know, so many months ago or whatever. It was actually last year. I swear. Like I said, a male dyke is known as a stud. And you ain't gonna be dressing all however you dressing with a female, bro. A lot of you were with your homeboys one day. I forgot where the hell I was, but I was by myself. I couldn't even fucking tell the difference. I couldn't tell the gender parts. And then I'm like, damn dudes. For real? You gonna be fucking around with your homeboys like that in a very sexual way, dressing as a female stud and groping upon one's ass? For real? So yeah, and you wondering why you get called what you called, and guess what happens? What happens to you? Because you really bringing it upon yourself. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. Today's younger generation, you guys are going about it the wrong way. Real talk. And because of that, man, because of that, man, so the shit that upset me yesterday, because I let a dirty faggot handle my shit, my food, and got me fucking sick. Not clean motherfucker. Hell. I should have went back to the motherfucking gas station though, but I didn't think about it because I was seeing Deadpool last night. But, you know, I'm letting it be known. Call it for what it is. Dirty motherfuckers. Dirty. Okay? You guys have to know the difference, man. I figured, man, if no other older generation gonna tell you the difference and how you guys really are about going about this, or even if your parents ain't gonna say nothing, because them your parents, they ain't gonna want to hurt your feelings, but I feel those parents may need to say something. Say, hey, you may hate me for this, you may think I'm hurting your feelings, but bring you and your friends here. It's time for me to give you guys some game. I'm gonna talk to you all. They ain't gonna want to do that because they love your friends, they love you. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't love you. I don't know you. But don't take that out of context. When I mean I don't love you, I mean I don't love you. I'm gonna be honest. Actually, there's no way of going about it. Truth is, I don't know you. I don't love you. But I do care about you. I do care. That's why I'm having this rant in this tone of voice, because I do care. Somebody needs to tell y'all. Somebody needs to show y'all the difference. And that's what I'm doing. I don't know you. I don't love you, but I do care about you. because certain things shouldn't be how they are in terms of being the bad way when you advertising it. And a good majority of the football players in high school years, yeah, a lot of them are going to be in the worst way bisexually gay, especially in a triangle relationship. And hold on, let me text back really quick. Especially in the worst way. So I knew these two people. I didn't really know them. They were kind of getting out of high school by the time I went in high school, but they were twin brothers. Okay. And Columbia's backwoods, man. Like that movie, The Irrelevance, or like The Wrong Turn. You have inter-family breeding, especially in the hood behind closed doors. You know, what goes down in the hood stays in the hood, bro. It's out there, especially in the black communities with our people. Real talk. But, you know, they were brothers, and they were football players. And I saw them, it's obviously they adopted a kid together somehow. But this had to be probably like once they got out of high school is when I seen this take place. You know, having a baby carriage with a child in it, holding hands, locking lips, walking into Walmart. Real talk. And they were twin brothers. I knew this one other guy, nasty motherfucker, and a lot of him and his homeboys, because I know them, they a bunch of fuck niggas, think they hard when they ain't. I dealt with them, they know what's up, bunch of pussies, okay? And did a skit together, supposed to be for high school, but it felt too realistic when I seen it, because you guys really meant touching on each other and really kissing each other. And you guys are in a triangle relationships with you guys as girlfriends. One of you misled a girl down the wrong path, ended up letting her become a single mother, but took the child from her. And she fell for the wrong person. Then she had to quit college because you got her hooked on to drugs. And she was a nice, clean girl. Good person until you fucked her up. And put hands on her too. Now, the other one was on steroids and fucking one of his football team members while also dating a chick. Yeah. Dirty motherfucker. You got dealt with too. And then you wanted to fuck your homeboys within the clique. And especially one, now in high school, you know, I didn't have very many classes growing up in high school because, you know, I had special education classes, and I only had like, honestly to God, I had a work program, so I would stay out of school for like 3 hours in the morning, come back, barely had one class. Most of the time, I roamed around throughout high school campus, and I discovered some things, but that's a story for another time, with some of the stuff that was being hidden in the old Central High School. But I discovered on something, which the God I never saw. This football player putting his hands down another football player's pants and locking lips. And I just went about my day once I seen that. And I know a lot of you like, drop names. No. Just know there's a time and a place for everything. It's called the art of war. There's a time and a place for everything. Just know that right now he's with a white woman and taking care of her and her child. Even though I saw the guy not long ago with another man. But hey, you know, the more you know, right? But yeah, you guys have to know the difference, man. Because I feel though as if a lot of you being misled in a very negative manner, where you guys don't know where you guys are automatically thinking, I'm gay. You don't know if you're gay. You ain't even experienced life yet. You guys haven't experienced life and talking about, I'm living life. I'm living my best life. Bruh, how the hell can you live something if you don't, one, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't working right now. And if you are working, you're working little part-time, you're still in school, because I'm calling it out. Because I know people like you. I know people like y'all. You're really at home, you stay at home a lot. You're up on the Fortnite, you're up on the PS, Xbox Live. Yeah, that's not living your best life. That's not what it is. Living your best life, and especially within the one term you guys were using, what was it? Young and wild. Do you know what that term comes from? Young and wild is a 70s and 80s term of being a hoe. It's a term of being a slut. And a lot of you girls were using that term because of that song Young and Wild by Snoop and Wiz. See, Snoop and Wiz, they use that song because they're old, especially Snoop. He's an older man. He knows what he's talking about when he uses that term. The term young and wild means you being a slut and you're also hooked on drugs. Young and wild and you don't care. So that's where that term comes from. So really, you calling yourself a crackhead and calling yourself a slut when you say you're young and wild. That's not what it. Young and wild means. You is a bad meaning. Trust me. And a lot of you may not be that. You know, a lot of you may not be that. So you're calling yourself something you're not being, and you hear it off a song. Going back yet again, living your best life means, one, you're done with school. Two, you have a job to where you can afford to travel, see places, or go explore beautiful and abandoned places without getting hurt. Enjoying life, taking care of your family, and also looking out for you. That's what being young, okay? That's what being young, or no, not being young, living your best life means. Okay? Pick up back with you guys later.